Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chantel, and as you can see, it's that episode whereby we bring you the prominent personnels in the culture. And as you can see, we have a guest. He's going to be introducing himself to us and tell us where and which position he has in the Maasai culture. Hello.
Hello, greetings. My name is Joseph Ole Koyei, and I was raised up in Kajiado district in southern Kenya. And I come from a large family. I've got about 48 brothers and sisters, and my father was a polygamist, and so I managed to be appointed by the Council of Elders and approved by the Moi government to be a Maasai cultural envoy, and we maneuver to be able to travel to different countries around the world. So that's who I am.
That's who you are. Could you please tell us where was Joseph brought up?
Yeah, I was brought up in a village, in a rural village in Kajiado, by my father, who is now deceased, and my 6 mothers. My father was married to 6 wives. So in the village, no one knows who actually is his or her own mother, apart from while you are still too young. But the child belongs to everybody in the village. So that's why and how I was brought up.
Okay.
And my father was a pastoralist, and we used to rear cows, sheep and goats. And therefore, that is how actually he was regarded to be a very rich man, because he had a lot of wives, so many wives, as well as cows, sheep and goats, and a huge chunk of land in Kajiado district. Yes.
So I understand that you're an ambassador of culture in the United States. Could you please tell us how did this start?
Yeah, it started years ago when I used to have the former envoy who died years ago. His name was Tom Welesrum, who was involved in an accident along Nairobi-Narok Road. And I took over from him, been traveling, to promote our culture internationally. So the first time I traveled, we traveled with a group of 7 men and women to Europe, Spain, France, and other parts of Europe, as well as concentrated a lot of our efforts to the United States, in different states, including and not limited to California, Illinois, Michigan, and Missouri, as well as Wisconsin, and Louisiana, and so many other states. And in that regard, we used to go to visit schools, educational institutions, including secondary schools, high schools, as well as colleges and universities, to talk about our culture, the way of living of the Maasai, as well as the way we dress, our way of living, as well as the foods, our medicine, traditional medicines, and so many other things that people are interested in knowing around about the Maasai. And we actually do dance for them, we sing and we lecture. And along the way, we managed to meet so many prominent people, including governors, senators, congressmen, as well as human rights activists, including the Reverend Jesse Jackson of the Rainbow Push Coalition based in Chicago, and the late Archbishop Desmond Tutu. And we were also campaigning and promoting about talking about racism, as well as nepotism in Illinois, and other cities that racism still exists. And also he also want at one time managed to invite us to Durban, South Africa, though we didn't manage to visit with him, but we had an interviews while we were in Nairobi. And so we managed to do that for a while now.
Yeah. For how long now have you been an ambassador of culture?
Yeah, actually, I started traveling out of the country in 2002. And I've been traveling back and forth. And because over here, I do also what we call tour guiding in Maasai Mara. And so I work with the Narok County government, with the formerly County Council of Narok. And in this regard, we managed to actually even brought in so many investors, as well as charitable organizations that may help promote educational standards within the Maasai and helping the needy. Some of these projects that we managed to brought along to bring along were actually we managed to build a bakery for the widows in Siena. We also managed to build what do we call home care centers, children homes, and other investors were able to even build their own businesses in the Maasai Mara, including what do we call the Mara West, and other institutions, other hotels, and others are actually moving in now to even build gas stations, petrol stations in Kenya. And hopefully soon we'll be able to manage to visit State House to meet with the newly elected government, including the president. And so we have a lot of future plans for this country. Yes.
Could you please give us a short description of the Maasai culture?
Yeah, you see, the Maasai are actually people, nomadic pastoralists that move from place to place in search of water and grass for their livestock. Because initially, as I told you, they are nomadic. They are cows, sheep and goats, and most of their lands lies down along the Rift Valley, which is mostly drier. And so the Maasai is a group of people that still stick to their culture. They dress, differently from other people. We call shukas. They have their own language, their Ma language, their dialect, and they have different clans that they do intermarry between clans. So no one is actually allowed to marry within his or her own clan. As well as we have the rites of passages. So when someone is growing up, especially boys, when growing up, you have to go through some incisions that makes you a man. Starting as early as at the age of 12 years, they remove their lower incisors teeth, and at the age of 16, you have to undergo circumcision. And this is an operation that usually takes about 15 or more minutes. And without taking anesthesia, you're supposed to lie down, not even flinch. And if you do, you'll be regarded as a coward throughout your life. After that, you'll be trained on you go to the bush along with some warriors, slaughter cows, and raid other villages to get cows for slaughter and take to their manyatas or villages. And you'll be taught on how to face lions and protect the community from intruders, as well as protect your livestock from lions and other predators. And so this group of people still stick to their culture, and that's why they are known all over the world. Yes, please.
So, if I may ask, please, the Maasai are known to be killing lions. Is this something that has a meaning in the culture, or what?
Yeah, the killing of lions bring prominency to the warriors. It is a way of practice, as well as if one managed to kill a lion, hold the tail, he'll be like a hero. So that's how they compete. They compete by jumping higher, who jump the highest, and who actually managed to get so many girlfriends, and who managed to kill lions and face a lion. So facing a lion is not easy, and so everybody wishes to kill a lion, because if you do, you'll be regarded as a hero throughout your life. Yeah, so that's part of the rites of passage, and so people, so the warriors, since time immemorial, have been practicing killing lions. They don't even regard on killing other big elephants, including the big five. Those are elephants, like buffaloes, other cheetahs or leopards. No, they don't. They don't recognize that. So it's only the lion, because he's the king of the jungle. Yeah.
So, as an ambassador of culture, I believe you're bringing more investors to the country. What are your plans?
Yeah, my plans are to make sure that we bring along these investors to be able to bring knowledge, as well as companies that can create employment to the youth of this country, and as well as to the to be able to bring along employment and create more opportunities to the young children, to the young boys, as well as charities that can help the needy, including orphans and the destitute children, widows, and so people can be able to be dependable on themselves. Yeah.
So, thank you so much for coming to our show. We really appreciate you.
Oh, I do. I'm also so grateful for hosting me, and I wish you the best.
Thank you so much.